Good morning, this is Dwayne, and today I'd like to take a look at the key of F, what we need to know about the key of F. I think I'll start a series about playing in various keys. We've done a lot of work in the key of C because it's easy for people to understand there because they're all white keys, right? So it's easy to explain the key of C because it's all white keys based on the scale of C. So let's take the scale of F, and then I want to do some of the relative minors as well. Not all of them because there's not that many keys that people like to play in, but I know that F is a very popular key, so let's take a look at that. When you play in the key of F, no matter what you're playing, or doesn't matter the style, you're basing your playing on the scale of F, which goes like this. Why does it do that? Because every scale, every major scale, has to have a whole step, and then a half step, and then a whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. That's the formula for a major scale, okay? So the F scale is F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. And by the way, if you're playing the scale, use your fourth finger on B flat because it's a long finger, and then pull your thumb under to C. So you use just four fingers when you play the scale, the F scale. First, second, third, fourth, thumb under, and the same descending, okay? So the F scale is the basis for the key of F. So when I say I'm playing in the key of F, no matter what it is, I'm basing my playing on the scale of F. Now, in every given key, there's three primary chords that are used more than any others. They're the one chord, the chord built on the first degree of the scale, the four chord, the chord built on the fourth degree of the scale, and the five chord, the chord built on the fifth degree of the scale. So if we build a chord on F, take every other note up from the root, every other scale note that is, right from the root. You see, those are all members of the F chord, aren't they? Okay, that's the one chord. Then the four chord is the fourth note of the F scale. If we build every other note up from the fourth degree of the scale, we have B flat, D, and F, right? That's the four chord. And then the five chord is the C chord, C, E, and G. So we have three primary chords, F, B flat, and C. So if you don't do anything else, get really familiar with those three chords. If you're a relative beginner, make sure you master those three chords if you like to play in the key of F, because those are the ones you'll use. No matter what style you play, as I said, you'll need those three chords, okay? Because that's what harmonizes most songs, the 1, 4, and 5 chord. However, there are some secondary chords that you need to know about, and I'd like to look into those as well, okay? Secondary chords use the notes of the scale, but they're not as much used as the primary chords. That's why they're called secondary chords, obviously. So after 1, 4, and 5, the three most used chords in the scale, the next most used chord is the 2 chord, the chord built on the second degree of the scale. So if I build a chord on G, is it G, B, and D? What mistake did I just make? I didn't use the notes of the F scale, did I? The F scale goes like this. It has a B flat in it. So when I build a chord on G, it has to be G, B flat, and D. So the 2 chord is G minor, okay? The next chord that's used a lot is the 6 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I build a chord on D, it's simply D, F, and A, okay? That's the 5th most used chord in any key. And then the 6th most used chord in any key is the 3 chord. 1, 2, 3. So if I build a chord on A, the third note of the F scale, I have A, C, and E, okay? So between those 6 chords, that handles most all the chords you're going to have in the key of F. Now, if you're reading sheet music and you see an accidental, an accidental is a sharp or flat that doesn't occur in the key signature but occurs during the course of the music. If you see an accidental, then you know you're not dealing with one of the primary chords or the secondary chords. You're dealing with an outsider chord. For example, if you run into a B natural on the G chord, Yeah, then you're playing the G chord, not the G minor chord. Okay, so let accidentals alert you to the fact that something's being used that's not indigenous, not native, not organic to the key you're playing in. Okay, so just a quick review. The three primary chords in the key of F are F, B flat, and C, and most songs can be played just with those three chords. Okay, most songs that you play, simple songs you play in the key of F, can be played with just those three chords. If you don't, if it takes more than those three chords, the next most likely chords are the 2 chord G minor, the 6 chord D minor, and the 3 chord A minor. Okay. Now between all those, you have plenty of so you got plenty of ammunition to play lots and lots of stuff. I was putting in a few color tones, but I used the same chords. I didn't change the chords at all. I was playing the F chord, but I used a major 7th in it, plus some techniques such as a straddle or a breakup of some sort. Then I went to the D minor chord. Notice that my root is D. I kept my notes the same up here, so it just makes a D minor 7/9 chord. Sounds complex, I know, if you're a beginner, but it gets real easy once you understand the basics of it. The next chord I played was G minor, C, and then back to F. So if you know those 6 chords, you can do a lot in the key of F. Okay, that's it for the key of F, and tomorrow we'll take another key, probably major key, and then we'll, after we cover the most used major keys, then we'll go to relative minor keys. Relative minor keys, by the way, are kissing cousins of major keys, and I'll introduce you to that when I get to it. So thanks for being with me. If you like this sort of thing, come on over to playpiano.com and sign up for our free newsletter on chords and chord progressions and piano tips of all sorts. So we'll see you tomorrow with another idea like this. So bye-bye for now.